I recently created this video about midlife breakthroughs, specifically mine, and I had more people come to me around this notion of I feel like I'm on the verge of a breakthrough, or how do I catalyze my own breakthrough? And so I wanted to make a brief video. This can be a kind of a riff about that topic because I have a lot to say on it. So, first question here is what is a breakthrough? And a breakthrough is fundamentally it is a moving out of an old phase of your life and into a new one. It's a breaking through of a pattern, a seeing through of a belief. It's a leveling up on some level. And fundamentally, it is about a new level of personal power coming online. So that to me is the heart of what a breakthrough is. And it's very common for people to have breakthroughs, awakenings, this type of thing happen in midlife because it's just a natural part of the transition from the first half of your life where it's all about kind of learning the ropes, building your career, your family, and essentially fitting into the mold of your tribe, of what society has laid out for you, to this pull from within of who am I actually becoming? It's like this deeper question of what did I really come into this life to be, to bring forth? And that gets louder and louder. And that becomes really the theme of the second half of life. And so to know whether or not you're on the verge of the breakthrough, the very first question that I will ask people is just how old are you? Because if you're between the ages of, call it 35 to 50, really a lot of people in that kind of 38 to 45 range, that alone tells you that chances are there is something within you that wants to come forward and you're probably feeling this. And some of the symptoms that you may be feeling are things like a sense of restlessness or boredom, or like major parts of your life are not aligned in some way. Maybe you feel pulled toward a new career. You feel like you really got to get out of this city that you're in, or move houses, maybe even change the clothes that you wear. It can be a lot of different things where it's like the old you, the old identity, the old life doesn't fit with who you're becoming. It can also show up not in the negative ways that we think about it. It can also show up as more like pulls to new things. I know it's common for people to start to get attracted to like, oh God, I really feel like I need to travel to this place, or I want to spend more time out in nature, or whatever it is, and new hobbies. And so if new interests start to come online, that can be an indicator that something new is trying to grab your attention. And so at that point, then the the question is what to do. And I start off with what not to do. And what not to do here is number one, do not ignore it. Because if you ignore it, what ends up happening is this starts to manifest in louder and louder ways. It can turn into mental health related challenges. You start to feel anxious, angry a lot, depressed. Those things can happen. But then also you can start to get physical symptoms and physical ailments. So often these hard to diagnose like chronic fatigue syndrome, or maybe digestive things. That's something that was really has been true for me. Sometimes autoimmune things. It can really be anything. And the longer you suppress or deny this energy that's trying to speak to you, the more and more you put yourself at risk of those mental and physical things to come online. So the very first thing to do, the most important thing to do, is to acknowledge the fact that yes, there is something trying to shake things up in my life. And although that can feel scary or it can feel destabilizing, in it there is a message. And I'm here to tell you that that message is fundamentally good. Yes, it may put you through some uncomfortable times. Yes, you may be in for a process that is going to push you to the edges of your comfort zone in many different ways. Yes, you may have to make some very fundamental changes to your life. But the good news, the reason for all of this is that you are stepping into the new you. You are stepping into who you are meant to become in your full-fledged, most self-actualized, most mature, wise self. And that is a process to embrace. Not everybody does. And that's what creates the midlife crisis. That's when things can go haywire. That's when you can start to say, God, I need to blow up my entire life. You don't need to blow up your entire life. It's chances are you need to slow down. You need to get quiet and you need to get clear on what it is this message is trying to tell you. Because yes, there may be things that need to change in your life, but it also may be a renegotiation of things. Not everything externally has to happen. And a lot of the changes too happen from within. So that's the process that you're in for. And if you're feeling those symptoms, if you're feeling like this is speaking to you, then chances are you are either in the middle of this right now or you're right on the precipice of this. And so I say, lean into it. This is a perfectly normal process. You're not going crazy. If you want to navigate this with as much grace as you possibly can, and if you want to get to the promised land of where you're meant to be, then number one, don't ignore it. Number two, don't blow everything up right away. And number three, lean into doing the deep inner work. Find what works for you, whether that's therapy or that's coaching or that's spiritual guidance or it's any number of other things. There is a message coming through these feelings that your psyche, your subconscious is trying to reach you with, and your job is to be the recipient, listen, get clear on what those messages are, and that is going to allow you to understand what the path is that you're supposed to take from here. So that's my message. I wish you luck. If there's anything that I can do to be helpful, I'll leave my information in the comment section. Peace and love, my friend.